Hello, welcome to KK Media to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. So this is Kalamu. I think one of the most important things which initiated me to share you about the area of scholarship application and the area of being successful. My previous experience, I think I have a kind of bit of experience in the area of scholarship. For the last 15 years, I think I've been in the area of academia, and then mostly out of this 15 years, the 10 years has been invested on the area of this scholarship. Really, I've been trying to apply for different scholarships here and there, especially in the area of I have been to Europe and I have been to USA. I've been to countries. I've tried a lot of applications, in fact. So I have seen a lot of maybe traps and tips which you need to know, and then that's why this type of experiences I think enable me and force me to give you a type of experience at least. And then this type of experience is mainly making you to be a hero with no experience or limited experience. I want you to be successful in the area of application. That's why. So in this sense, I'm just organizing it different tips and traps in a serious manner and different. What you should know about the applications, scholarship. If you have no experience or limited experience, what should you know ahead of just going to be the critical application scenarios? I think that's the first session. So this session is mainly, it gives you the basic steps, what you should know about in applying scholarship. So I want to provide you the 8 critical tips you need to know, and then you need to follow, at least in the sense of procedure. The first and the most important thing is about self-auditing. Have a clear direction, in the area of scholarship. If you are really interested to know about scholarship, if you're interested, I think that's easy for you. You can do by yourself most of the time, by the way, without having a series of tips. If you have interested enough, if you have any motivation to do so, I think that is the important step for your life. So have a decision on that and try to check why I'm trying to apply for scholarship. Do I have any reason for that matter? What's outside? Of course, as a result of seeking exposure or having money, justifiable reasons which we have been traveled through, which were there are typical reasons for money, for having exposure, but beyond that, our intrinsic exposure really matter. Our intrinsic what you will take any measure as far as you are internally driven. That's the mystery behind. So first, try to check be purposeful in that regard. Then with this purpose, and this you can at least just organize documents. If you're interested enough in the area of scholarship, I think you need to have documents. There are minimum documents which are for academic credentials, like that of your high school certificates from grade 8 to grade 12, including the university entrance examination documents. And the other one is about language proficiency letters. Language is important in this regard. You need to have that. In the case of language, I think it can be verified into 2 ways. And as per my previous experiences, there are scholarships which need these 2. The first is about the official language examinations, especially in the area of when you go to universities where they need official language in the area of English, and they need to have typical exam like that of IELTS, TOFEL, JARI, and these are the typical examinations that are required by top universities in different parts of the world, including in USA, Canada, Australia, and Europe too, and other parts of the world mostly. So this is official language. If the university which we are gonna apply is requiring this examinations, we need to have that. But mostly for who will not fulfill them in a short period of time, I think that we do have the second option. That is about the certificates, language proficiency letter that can be issued from our universities, issued from college, from our own school, from college, from universities. This is a letter, that's an obvious letter, which describes about your previous language experience in the area of English you have been teaching, or you have been learning attending your classes in English from lower grade to universities and college. That is a language proficiency letter. That's important for that matter. So you need to have it from a high school or from a college or from university. That is important, I think. I have been using that one for that matter. Of course, even though I had IELTS examinations at the end of the day, but most of my applications have been using the English language proficiency. So that's important. You can have an official letter that's already authorized by individuals from different contexts. That's important. The other material is about the issue of experience you have had. I think mostly we may ignore the relevant things which we have had in the area of our engagement beyond academia, extracurricular activities. We have been engaging in different activities, formally or informally. So if you can, have a letter for that. Your own extracurricular activities like that, of voluntary activities you have been engaging with different organizations might be, or you can at least incorporate what you have done beyond the academic stream. I think you can include them in the motivation section, or in the CV section, that you can include that one. And the other material, the fourth material, is about the CV curriculum vitae. The curriculum vitae is about a brief promoter of yourself. Your representative, by the way. When you see CV, it's all about you, what you have. It describes about your personal particularities, your personal information, your educational information, work experience, your accomplishments in the area of academics, your own degrees, your own academic credentials in general, your own skills, skills, different skills, technical skills, communication skills, language proficiency skills, and lastly, your own, who will be your witness references should be part of the game. So you need to have this CV for that matter. And beyond these things, you're supposed to have a letter of motivation. Why you motivated? Why you want to apply for this university or for this scholarship? There are sample letters which I will show you on the description section of the where the My Ethiopia. So you'll find those sample letters. So at any cost, the first step is about self-audit in terms of internal interest as well as documentation what you have. So in this regard, make sure that you have everything what's required from you. That's required by the universities. Then after having this one, the second step is about just aspiring and then checking where to go, which university, which country to go. In the second step, which you should know. So in this regard, I think, especially if you are starting just now, or if you have studied a bit of it, it will not be it'll be a bit challenging at the first phase. But the most important thing to make it easy is that I advise you to make Google your best friend. That's the thing which I have been using. In fact, check the Google about your interests. If you don't know about which program you want to attend, which field you want to study, I think Google will give you the answer. Google can give you a clue about that, where to go, which programs, and which application you need to know needs to be from Google. And then beyond Google, I think we're going to show you about the different scholarship information center, which give you about information, which program, which country, and when to apply, and the type of scholarship will be provided in the next in the upcoming videos. So for at the moment, I think try to check and try to be friend with Google and experience others. Try to check other experienced individuals in the area of identifying where to go, which program to attend. So try to familiarize yourself with your field of study, your interest. So try to check Google, and then you can use even the recently introduced AI tools, artificial intelligence mechanisms are, and the ChatGPT of different types can help you in at least identifying which program and which country to go. If you have already a firm stand on that, you have already decided, that's an easy step. We can proceed to the third step. So after having this identification, the third step is about the issue of applying early. That's the point normally. Applying early. If you are motivated enough, and if you have the minimum documents, and then if you are familiarized with the where to go and which program to study, then the studies started early. That's an important thing, by the way. Mostly we have been we might be trapped with the primary duties which we are currently engaging in. One of the typical challenge of scholarship is about we mostly be a deadline shooter, which I have been really I used to be in that experience. In fact, I've been applying for sake of applying. What I mean is, I've been applying at the end of the day than exploring a lot more at the very beginning. I think the sense of applying early is too much worthy. It has a lot of advantages for different reasons. For the first thing, at least it familiarizes you with the whole aspect of the program which you are interested to apply, and then you can know about the justification, what the requirements in detail. The requirements in detail. You can have a time to write lots of essays, and to apply it in a proper manner. So if you start early, I think, believe me, you will see the words at the end of the day. So try to start early, try to read the different requirements, and then try to organize yourself. So one of the trap in the early applications about we mostly are engaged with the different activities at the moment. So those activities are trapping us not to engage in the scholarship. But I think for this, what I've been doing in the last 10 years was, especially in the recent moment, I'm just putting time for this purpose, for that matter. Just 1 and 2 days, at least 3 to 4 hours, I've been allotting for filling such opportunities, by the way. I've been just using, putting 2 days per week, and then at least I'm spending 3 up to 4 hours for each to apply for scholarship, really. And then to see what opportunities I can have beyond my academic life, beyond my duties, beyond my primary duties. That is a way we can develop our own talent, by the way. Mostly we don't have the culture of asking what unique talents we do have because of the engagement that we are engaging. We are busy with the usual habitual routines. So to get out of that trap, I think set aside a time per week, at least a day or 2 days, having a certain period of time in each, and then try to use them properly. So in the first day, you can see the different opportunities. The second day of the week, I think you can start writing the required. You can fill the application. So that is the first step is, I think, while starting to apply, the first step is about just matching yourself, what you have with what is already required by the scholarship or by the university or by the college which you are planning to apply, really. So one of the important things in this case is try to check one of we go with this requirement, by the way. We go with what we have, nothing else. The scholarship might be too much generous, but if we didn't fulfill that, don't worry about that. You'll get it after fulfilling that one. But at the moment, try to focus on what you have, not what you don't have. Of course, we will not bring anything else. If you plan to have it in a short period of time, try to organize yourself and try to bring those requirements. But if you don't have it now, the intention should be, try to focus on what you have and try to search scholarships and fellowships, most probably, which might be fulfill, which match your own interest. That's all about. So in this regard, while matching yourself, try to check what you have and what's required by the scholarship. So it's a time saver, for that matter. One of the things that takes our time in the area of scholarship is about we're just engaging in searching so many scholarships. So we're not checking their eligibility criteria, and we will see it at the end of reading the whole thing. But that's the trap, I think, for me. That's the trick. So the trick is try to check while opening a scholarship application page. The first thing you should know is about the eligibility criteria in terms of country, in terms of language proficiency, in terms of program, in terms of type of scholarship, whether it is fully funded or partially funded. You should check and don't try to waste time. This should be the first click for you. To save more time, I think my advice is try to focus on the matching yourself with the criteria, what you have with what's required over there. And then through time, you can develop this skill, and then you can finish it in a short period of time. That is the first, the fourth step, which is key for you, matching the criteria and try to save a lot of time. It's a time saver for that matter. And then after clarifying confusions, inevitably, especially for beginners from zero, and then more for those limited, for those who started at a moment and have limited experience, one of the important thing will be the confusions. There might be different things which I have now answered at this moment. Of course, that's inevitable. Natural phase of right, to whom, and you may not have a clear information about the type of scholarship. So whatever confusion you have, I think you can have clarified this confusion using 4 sources. The first source is about checking. Most of the time, one of the typical value added in the scholarship website of each university or website in general is about they have including the section called FAQ, or frequently asked question, that will address many of the questions that we have really mostly confused. They put it aside, of course, that's important thing. So you should check the website, and then in its right corner there's mostly a section which can clarify your own confusions. Particularly, there's a section called FAQ, frequently asked question. Check that one. That will give you a bit of information about your confusion. And the second is about try to directly email to them. Email to the concerned body, the contact person over there. You can write to them the confusion what you have, especially if the confusion is related with the university or certain things. I think make it a habit. That's good to know more information from their side. That will be important, by the way. That's key aspect of contacting. There's email, mostly the contact persons are already included in the website, so try to write to them what you are confused. And the third is about just communicate with your friends. And mostly I think nowadays we might have friends across the board in the world attending their education abroad, so you can contact them, or you can use the social medias like the one which I'm using now, the social medias which I'm using now, or you can attend tutorials like this. There are tutorials, several tutorials which are already ready to help you in this regard. You can find, you can check, you can write your own problem on YouTube or on Google. That's fine. And the fourth is about Google, making yourself a friend of Google most probably, or try to check the YouTube's made. Even informations are being released in different sections. So try to check the frequently asked questions. Try to directly email to the concerned body. Try to use the tutorials. Try to use information about Google-based information search will be important. So that will be a clarifying stage where you need to clarify what you have been confused in finalizing your application. And the sixth is about submit early, before the deadline in general. Submit before the deadline, at least 2 weeks ahead of the deadline. That is an advantage, by the way, for different reasons. Even though most scholarship didn't clearly tell you about the first come first served advantage, I think it has a silent power. At least it gives you a time. It gives you a time. If you complete everything early in a proper manner, and submitting it early will be an advantage for different reasons. For one thing, if you miss something, you have a time to check. You can communicate with them. I have missed something else. If not, they can check your document in a detailed manner. That will be an advantage for that matter. So submit early will be an important, the sixth step. The seventh step is about just honest admission to the results, accepting the results in a proper manner, and using it as a further step to know more about scholarship. Obviously, the result is the obvious, either or. Either you'll be successful, that is nice, and congratulations for that matter. That's an excellent opportunity. If not, I think for me, that's an excellent opportunity for you to be successful for the future. That is the most important thing which I have been missing in most of my applications. I have been applying for the sake of applying at the end of the day. Then most of the applications came with the rejection results, mostly. So please try to give attention for your rejections. Why I get rejected? You should ask this one first. You should ask this one. Why I get rejected? Is it did I miss documents? Didn't I apply it early? Didn't I pay attention to the different things? What did I miss? That is the assignment for you. Then that will give you, that will shorten your next success for that matter. You use this challenge, maybe rejection, for the next application. That is the inevitable path which I have been missing, but for you it's a golden opportunity to organize yourself for the next application. In this regard, try to have a copy of all the applications before you submit the full document. I think keep a copy of your documentations, your application document, because they are important for the future. Save them, at least soft copy or in hard copy, have them. That's an important aspect. So at least your rejection is not a total rejection, rather it is a click, or I think an alarm for you to be organized for the future. So in this regard, try to ask yourself what you missed, and try to ask the successful applicants, if you know them. Try to ask them, and then organize yourself for the next success. That will be inevitable, by the way. If you are matter, so be ready for that. And the last one is about certain tips to be aware about the generic issues. One of the important the tip that you need to know is about the issue of checking your spam emails. Mostly, if you are required to submit maybe missed documents, mostly don't try to focus on your primary email section. Rather, there's a spam section in our email, so you should check that spam section most of the time. There might be emails maybe sent to the spam section. The second one is about spam scholarship. Take care for that. Most of the time in this at this moment, a lot of actors are engaging in the area of scholarship. There are actors which are legitimate in providing scholarships for you, but there are even the scammers who seems to be eligible, but they are trying to collect money, information and the previous experiences. You can check that one. The third one is about try to check your social media accounts. And most of the time, if you are planning to go abroad, I think most of the time, if you have maybe informations which are posted on your social media which are not appropriate, try to clear them out. Especially they have the possibility to check. There's a possibility that the scholarship providers have their own ethical standards, and if you have documentation and our social media accounts which are beyond their ethical standard, I think there's a possibility that will not be accepted. Of course, there is a standard in each country, so and it's a relative sense, in fact. And the other tip is just give a time to check all the requirements. You can have a checklist to check those things. So make sure that the application represents you. It's about you, and you should know about that application. And then you should write the essays given. You should write the motivation and the different things, for that matter, the different things. So this is all about the first introductory tips for scholarship searches, especially for those beginners and then those who are not who have limited experience. I think this 8 tips will be important for you. I think this 8 tips will be gatekeeper for you. It can at least push you to be in the area of scholarship, to apply for scholarship. So thank you for watching my video. So I think I came with watching this. I think if you found that these tips are important, please make sure that you have subscribed it. That will be important for me. And then subscribing, try to make sure that you have activate your personalized the notification, so for life in the area of scholarship. So good luck for your applications. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Bye bye.